Hey y'all, this is Manbina, aka the Crafty Lefty, and I am doing another Craft Your Planner video. I know I'm crazy late. As you'll remember, last year we used a lot of punches and plain cardstock and sort of cut it in different, creative ways in order to craft our planner. So instead of using punches this year, I thought it'd be pretty cool to use scrapbook paper. It's already printed. You don't have to worry about getting color copies made or finding cool graphics out there. They have so many cool prints, so many prints that I'm like, that should be wallpaper somewhere. And as I was browsing through the aisles, I was like, oh my gosh, I can totally use this for my planner. Every time you go into one of these craft stores, they are going to have different papers available depending on the season, depending on what's in stock. This just happened to be in stock. I think I got most of these from Joann's, if I'm not mistaken. But they're almost always going to have something with the holiday seasons, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. They're always going to have something around Valentine's Day, always stocked, or they're going to have something with hearts all the time, and they're always going to have something for birthdays. They're going to have party hats or balloons or cupcakes. We already did balloons last year with our planner for 2022, so I was like, let me choose something different this year. Let me do cupcakes. But you can really make this your own, depending on what's in stock, depending on what you already have at home. You can totally be creative and cut these scrapbook papers in different ways in order to meet your needs and in order to meet your own reminders, right? Like, everybody uses their planner in different ways. Everybody has different due dates, different things that they have to remember on a weekly or monthly basis. So really make this your own. Try to think of what works for you. So I know what you're thinking. There are already stickers out there that, these companies have made in order that you can just stick it onto your planner. I hear you. I know that. Sometimes those sticker books can be quite expensive, $20 or even $30, and sometimes that's out of our means. And so I thought using scrapbook paper would be a more cost-effective way to add those reminders while still adding like a pop of color and sort of creativeness and craftiness to your planner. So pull up a chair, let's get started. We are going to craft our planner with scrapbook paper. All right, y'all, so we are going to decorate our Valentine's Day spot right now. So obviously that's February 14th. Please don't mind all of the erase marks that I used. Didn't want y'all to know what was in my business. So this is the scrapbook paper that I'm going to use for the Valentine's Day one. It's the same scrapbook paper that we're using for our anniversary reminders. And I think, let me do this one for Valentine's Day, just like the traditional red heart. So we're just going to cut that out with scissors. And I'm just going to use my glue tape on it. And we're going to stick it right in the middle. For Halloween, I got this really cool spider web paper. So I'm gonna see if I can just cut out this guy and make it into a cool design for that square. And he's a little small, so let's cut out some more. I like how that looks. So let's get some glue tape and glue these guys down. And I kind of liked how he was sticking out of the box a little bit. And that is Halloween. So for my Thanksgiving square in my planner, I thought these cartoonish pumpkins would be really cute. I really liked how they were drawn with curvy vines, so I'm going to try and save those when I cut them out. I'm going to use one lighter colored pumpkin and one darker colored one. And now let's glue tape these little guys on here. And that's Thanksgiving. For Christmas, I found this really cool ornament paper and see how it fits in the box. Okay, I kind of like how these guys look, so glue them down. So I saw this pennant scrapbook paper and I was like, oh, this would be really cool to use for reminders because I love the colors, I love the shape of the pennant, and I can use the lighter colored ones for my reminders, for my bills being due on certain dates. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm just gonna cut it out with scissors. And the good thing about it is if I mess up, I can always erase it or I can just cut out another pennant. All right, let's stick this guy down. Okay, so now let's talk about how we're going to craft for vacation time. I found this really cool map paper. It's been in my stuff for years. It's from Paper Studio, and they have all these different types of maps and all these vibrant colors. And I was like, how can I use this without using a punch? Because normally I would just punch using my airplane punch and call it a day, but we're trying to use scrapbook paper only, not punches. So I was like, how can I use this? I think I'm going to cut a thin strip out of this paper and use it to run along every day that I'm going to be on vacation. So I'm going to use my paper cutter for this one. You can use plain old scissors and ruler. I just think a paper cutter is easier. So I think we're going to cut about 1/2 inch of this really pretty paper. I think that's a skinny enough line for my vacation. I'm going to be gone all the way. So it's totally okay if your pieces don't match up. And what I mean by that is we cut this 1/2 inch skinny piece, but it's not actually covering the full day that I want. That's okay. I can just cut a piece from another strip and glue it right there. You're not really going to be able to tell because this map is very collagey with a lot of different colors and textures going on. So it's not a big deal. All right, now that I cut my pieces to the right length, we're just going to glue them down. All right, and there you have it. I crafted when I'm going to be on vacation with this really skinny map paper. I didn't want to cover every single square because on vacation, I'm sure there's going to be reminders and things that I have to do, so I wanted to leave room for that. And I just, because I'm crazy type A, had to write why I put this down. I'm leaving for my vacation on this day. I'm coming back on this day. All right. Okay, I have been dying to use this paper. I think that's so cool the way they drew all of these school supplies and they used washi tape instead of regular tape. Oh my gosh, how crafty is that? So I am going to cut out the images that I think represent school or can actually fit into my square. And remember, I'm going to be using these for my daughter's first day of school and her last day of school. So let's cut out a few images and see what's going to work. All right, so I cut out the pencil, the paint tube, and these little tags that they had. And I thought it'd be cool to actually write last day of school on the tag itself instead of writing it in my planner. So I'm just gonna kind of line it up, see what looks good in the square. I kind of like how the pencil's sticking out a little bit from the square. It kind of adds a little scrapbooky touch to the planner. So I think I'm kind of okay with that design. So now I'm just going to glue tape it down. And there you go. I think that looks pretty cute. We're gonna use this same heart paper that I used for Valentine's Day for my anniversary reminders. So there's lots of couples in my life that I want to remember when their anniversary is. So I thought we could use 1/2 of the heart for that reminder. So I really like this guy, so I'm going to cut him out and then cut him in 1/2. So I'm just going to put my 1/2 heart right here, glue tape it down, and then write the names of the couple on the side. There you go. And for my birthdays this year, I was going to use this cupcake paper. I thought it was really cool. It had a lot of really nice colors, and who doesn't love cupcakes on their birthday? So I'm just gonna cut out one of these little guys and put it in the square and put the person's name around it whose birthday it is. Okay, so I know this one can be a bit of a stretch, but if you're anything like me, one of your New Year's resolutions is always to work out more, right? Lose more weight, get more toned, feel healthier, etc., etc. So when I saw this paper, first of all, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I love the colors. I love the way that the drawings were made. I love all the different positions the women are in. And I thought, okay, this would be a great way and a really pretty way to look at my planner and remind me that I need to work out more. And my life is literally planned out. So I can only work out with my class every Monday and Friday. So I already know that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out these little women. Okay, now I've cut out all these strong women for my Monday section. So we're just going to glue tape them down. And this is what it looks like. I think it's super cute. I love how it looks. It sort of like seamlessly blends into the planner, and it's just that gentle nudge that you need, that, you know, you really should go work out. Okay, so every planner is going to have this section for notes and to do. Mine happens to be on the left side. It really just depends on what particular monthly view that you get. So for this section, one of my goals for this year is going to be to read more books. So in order to help me to remember to do that in my planner, I took an hour, I would say, and went through my Instagram feed and my Pinterest board and came up with a list of books that I think I can get through this year. So what I did is I made a few copies of every book because I won't necessarily finish that book in the month. So for example, I've been reading The Light We Give by Simranjeet Singh, and I started it in December, and I'm still reading it because I'm trying to take it slow because there's so many nuggets of wisdom in there. So I really want to take my time reading it. So if I don't finish it in this month, then it's going to go ahead and be for the next month too. And it'll be my reminder that I need to finish this book. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out some of these book jackets and show you how I'm going to add them to my planner. So these are my book jackets all cut out. I kind of tried to switch it up this year by doing nonfiction and fiction. So since I'm still reading The Light We Give by Simranjeet Singh, that's going to go on for February. And then maybe I'll add 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because my best friend read it and she said it was amazing and the reviews are ridiculous. So I'm going to add these 2 guys to my next month's list. So this is how I'm doing it. So in this section here for my notes and to do in my planner, I just wrote books to read, and I'm going to take my glue tape and I'm just going to glue them down. And there you go. That's my reminder. Now you're probably wondering, what are we going to do with all these book jackets that we just cut out? If you don't tape them down somewhere or keep them somewhere, they're just going to get lost. I totally agree with you. So I found this on Amazon. They're clear adhesive pockets that you can basically stick to anything. So I'm going to take that smallest size. It's 3 3/4 by 2 3/8, which is this guy. And I'm going to stick it to a part of my planner that's in the front, that's like my catch-all for all of the items that I need to take care of the whole year, so that I remember when I start the new month and I need to start new books, this is where I can find them. So everyone has those pages at the front of their planner that are kind of blank, and you can kind of make them what you want. So I used one of those pages, and I'm going to take my clear adhesive pocket and I'm just going to put it kind of in the corner here. And then all of those book jackets that I cut out, I am going to put them inside. And that's where they're going to stay until I need them for the next month, and I can pull out a new book jacket and remind myself I need to start reading that book. And that's it, folks. We are all done crafting my planner this year. I hope you like these scrapbook paper crafts, and I'd love to hear how you like to add some craftiness to your planners every year. So as always, keep it crafty and see you next time.